Bass echo in the tunnels. Vatos locos. You already know. Loca, vatos loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Trying through the LCU, make a legend real soon. Make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon. Loca, vatos locos, candle low, lights dim. Laughing at the world while the walls cave in. From the shadows to the stage, yeah, we all break through. Crib door slam, screaming LCU. Posted in the crib where the air stay cold. Concrete dreams and the stories get bold. Graffiti on the walls, time stuck on pause. Laugh track bouncing off the outlaw laws. TechProtect with the circus on lock. Brain wild like a glitch in the block. Talking big plans, scheming real loud. Laugh now, cry, let the whole room go proud. P.O. rolling in, combo sharp. Eyes like a spark in the middle of dark. Every word land heavy, every bar got weight. Underground kings, yeah, we tempting fate. Loca, vato loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Tryna throw the LCU, make a legend real soon. Loca, vato locos. Shadows on the wall from the jokes to the chaos. Yeah, we love it all. Hands up, fists high, screaming who's who. Whole crib chanting back LCU. Late night laughter, echo chamber vibes. Memes turn myth when the moment arrives. They said we fade, we just multiply. Turn side Alex into battle cries. Crib so loud with the bassline hum. Old school soul with the snap of a drum. Culture stitched in a rhyme and a tone. Brown pride pulse in the mirror and bone. No gold chains, but the weight still heavy. Truth in the jokes, yeah, the edge stay ready. From throwaway laughs to a flag we flew. Turn old in the legend as LCU. Candles flicker, walls breathe. Hold the ground move when the beat hit freeze. Laugh through the madness, dance with the doom. Every step echo boom, boom, boom. Loca, vato loco, come chill with the crew. Couple wild cholos, yeah, we breaking the rules. Down in the crib where the echoes all boom. Tryna throw the LCU, make a legend real soon. Make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon, make a legend real soon. Loca, vato loco. Stay raw from the crib to the cloud, breaking every law. Say it real loud if you know it's true. What the local forever. LCU. TechProtect. P.O. LolCow Crips. Certified. LCU till the lights go out.
Charging battery.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? TechProtect is back at home. Everyone, we're back at home. No Jaffy yet, so here's Alpha Jaffy while we wait. I am exhausted. Oh, my lights aren't even on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Uppy's cam is back. Hold on. One moment. Okay, all right. Holy. Uppy's cam is back. The charging battery is back. Tech, what do I think about the Tommy C situation? I woke up 20 minutes ago. I barely caught the end of the of Cafe. Something about he has stuff on Brantley that someone told him, I think, from Fat Camp. Holy shit, why is everything unplugging? Chill out, computer. Holy. Anyways, I don't know all the details, obviously, right? Me and Tommy are cool, but I'm not the leak, if anything. So it's interesting to see what'll happen. Who knows? Tommy's a yes man, plain and simple. True. Let me go yell at Jaffy real quick. Jaffy! Alright, I can hear him going, I'm getting in right now. Let's get the chat up. We missed the charging battery lady. Yeah, true. Now my headphones are charging. How do I feel about Keem's comment about Grim? I missed a lot. If anything happened yesterday, I have no clue. On Saturday at 3 p.m., I started driving. And yesterday at 2 p.m. I got to California. But because the time zone's 2 hours plus, so I drove for 25 hours from the last 2 days. So I don't know. I haven't heard about that. Where have I heard that before? That's me, always. Jaffy.
Yeah.
Welcome. You're in. We're here.
I'm getting there.
It's like the good old days. Let me see what's up my volume. All right, solid. Good morning, Jaffy.
What up, fellas? How you guys doing? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Man.
Do I have dual audio going? Is there an echo, guys?
No. I don't hear an echo on my end, but
well, yeah, not you. It'd be the stream.
Yeah.
Tech, did you start sobriety? On the 1st, I will start my sobriety. Jaffy, what's going on?
Nothing. Just, look, this is the first.
Eyes?
Well, I don't know if I believe you, but I hope so. Hey, I hope so.
Yeah, we're me and Sarah are planning on having a little drink after
to
today.
Kick off the sobriety, right?
Well, I mean, you know what's going on today, right?
No. Well, yeah. I don't know. It depends what you're talking about.
Or so for the audience that did not know, right? Because Friday's crypt, was in the morning of Friday, obviously. Later on that same Friday, we got bad news about Ace. That's the family dog here at the Jaffy house. That his the cancer he developed was very aggressive. It was eating out his bones, from the inside out. And so going into Saturday morning, 3 a.m. Texas time, I imagine it was like 1 a.m. here.
Yeah, something like that.
Ace was I don't even know what the term is, Jaffy. I don't want to
say it's euthanized, but
yeah.
We said goodbye.
Yeah, we said goodbye to Ace. Me and Sarah called in from FaceTime. The whole family was there. So we were gonna stay at Fat Camp until Tuesday, like most other people, but we left early to come here so we can do a viewing. So later today, we'll be heading over there to see him one last time, and then we'll go through the process of either cremation or what have you. But
yeah, we're gonna do cremation and stuff. So
yeah, so after today, Sarah wants to have a drink tonight after the viewing. We're gonna tell stories about all the fun times we've had with Ace, all the cool moments. Such a goofy character, that dog. And then sobriety on the 1st. So
is tomorrow the 1st?
No.
Okay.
No, Wednesday, I think.
Whatever works. Yeah. But I will say that as sad as it is, and it is probably the hardest dog I've ever had to say goodbye to.
Great fucking dog.
I will say this. Please continue to make fun of it. Because this is what drives me crazy when I make fun of things. I mean, I did this thing that got people so upset with me about this is an Xbox because a dad died and a 20-something kid put an Xbox controller on the dad's grave because the dad had played Xbox with him. And I was just saying this is an Xbox, which is kind of making fun of Xbox's campaign. And people lost their shit. It's like, that's so mean. You're such an awful person. I'm like, you know what? My heart is absolutely broken because this dog is gone. And it breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart to see my kids. And it can still be something we joke about. Right? Because that's how you get through things and it's fucking fun. And the fact that you guys said yesterday, because one of the options, Sarah was like, can we get a little paw print or this? And, the cremation company will do all kinds of shit, of course, because they'll make money off it. we can get his goddamn skull. They'll clean the fucking bones off, and I can have the skull sitting back there.
Sarah,
And I thought that was fucking hilarious. But I'm like, shit, yeah, we'll fucking get his goddamn
Sarah
skull.
thought it was a good
there.
idea. Sarah thought, that'd be nice. I did already get.
Anna G says, "Yeah, I lost my dog," and Jaffy says, "I probably killed it." Yeah, I mean, come on, you got to laugh at this shit. Maybe that's one of the values of being agnostic is you don't really. If there is a God, you're able to go, he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
So
Jaffy, I've already seen a pretty good joke regarding Ace. Go ahead. What you got? It's a picture of Ace digging a grave, and it says Ace of Spades.
Because he's like a spade.
Well, a spade because he's digging, and it's Ace, and he's digging a grave. So Ace of Spades. Yeah, okay. You didn't like that one either.
I didn't like it. Like I'm offended. I just don't necessarily understand it to some extent. I can still cry, says Wake Up, about my Missy after 10 years. It never goes away. Yeah, I mean, Copcat says Jaffy just didn't want to walk the dog when the kids were at camp, so he killed it. I will tell you this about it. It's the biggest absence is for him right now. For me, is all of the things that your internal clock, like last night, it was like 11 and I wanted to go to bed. And usually it's like, well, okay, I have a checklist, right? Has he gotten his snack? And do I have to take him out one more time? And on one hand, there's a relief of like, I don't have to do that anymore, at least for a while with that dog. But at the same time, you miss that. So, yeah. So it's hilarious and it's sad, and I think there
is that shock of like, oh yeah, that's over. Jaffy knows I drove for fucking 25 hours, right? I got home exhausted.
Yeah,
I slept in pretty early yesterday, but I woke up to use the bathroom at 2 a.m, and it was like my brain was so groggy, like fat camp never happened or whatever. So I go to open my bedroom door to go check on Ace, because usually he keeps a bed out here in the living room. And I just like stood in that doorway, just
Yeah, I mean,
verse $10, not quite the ace in the hole we were looking for. Forward to Tech.
Thank you for the super chat. You shot first. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it.
Red Sheets of $5 says that sobriety goal keeps getting pushed off harder than Nightmare pushed into the ground.
That's right. But wake up, little Susie says it's the price we pay for all the years of purest unconditional love. Yeah, I mean, you really do. I mean, with those dogs, you pay at the beginning because they're exhausting when they're little puppies. They're cute, so it kind of, you don't kill them, but and then you pay at the end. But yeah, I mean, what a gift that you get. What you get all throughout the middle is it's unconditional love. I mean, if you treat them right, and sometimes even then, but it's I don't know. I mean, I know, I understand the science behind the domestication of dogs and the evolution of the missing link between, or the link between wolves and dogs and stuff. But at some point we got lucky, or we got blessed, or whatever you believe in. And those, I don't think there's any doubt that those creatures make our lives better for the people that love animals.
King of Kinglers says for $5, do the funny thing, parody the "This is an Xbox" post with
no. Urn. I'm not gonna have an urn. I'm gonna put them in an Xbox controller.
So have you? Because there was a lot of options we went over, right? I think the skull thing is really cool. I think Sarah would love that. I think you'd love that. Just on the mantle forever. I don't know if you're.
Yeah, he had such a strange little shaped head too. So.
He was like a. Did you ever watch The Land Before Time?
Yeah.
Do you know Ducky, the little dinosaur? Like she has that weird like kind of spike on her head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ace had a very prominent like bump on the top of his head.
Yeah.
Very unique head. That guy.
But I might get I don't have any tattoos, but I might get a very small excuse me, tattoo made of his some of his ashes mixed in with the ink. Because Sarah, when she was younger, for my stream that I had over on Twitter, what was it? Twitch, no, did a little face of Ace that was an emote that you could post and shit, and I might just get that just to have him with me, you know. But I don't know. We'll see. It's still. Oh
yeah, I think we still. I'll see if I can post that emote in the main chat of the Discord so we can see it.
Thank you so much. What a sweet handle as well. True love has 4 paws. Sending healing vibes. You goddamn right. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that very, very much. There is a what Mickey 2 times says, the skull is a bit extreme in my opinion. I was happy with an urn, but to each their own. Well, we have all of our pets, but you know where all of our pets are that have passed, that are in urns, or they're sitting behind the TV. We don't do anything with them. So, you know, text mom's in the closet.
That's true.
Literally, yeah.
My mom is her ashes.
The ashes are up in the closet.
Up in the closet.
Yeah.
Shout out, mom.
So yeah. But I will say, there's also a game that just came out called My Puppy Story, and I think I'm going to stream that later today.
You want to show the trailer?
Yeah, sure. Let me get it queued up. Hang on.
By the way, during the drive here, randomly Sarah just starts exploding crying. I was like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "My dad sent me a video." I was like, "Oh, is it of Ace?" And she's like, "No, it's of this new video game." Because again, you know, Ace had just passed like a day before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would have been that day, just early, like way earlier. YouTube got the clankers. Yeah, something's going on with YouTube where, from the viewer perspective, you can't see how many viewers are in a video. Like I woke up this morning and Tommy C had 5 viewers. But we're sitting at 625 concurrent.
Okay, so let's see.
But yeah, there are some issues going on with the services from YouTube and Discord. All right, so
Sarah was what? This is what Sarah was watching?
Yeah, so Sarah's in the back with her headphones on, and she's watching this video. She's bawling her eyes out, and I thought I had to pull over like something happened. But let's watch the video. You have it muted. Turn up a little bit. That way it's actually that's good. Pause it real quick, Jaffy. So the video game, the video game is about dogs in heaven, right? Hit play, and we'll see the rest of this trailer.
Well, it's about a dog in heaven who gets the scent that their owner from when they were little has died, and now it wants to find its owner in heaven. So that's what, you know.
It's
and
cool.
By the way, in the game, there's sad Keanu with his dog sitting on the bench that you can go up and talk to, which is the craziest fucking thing, because I'm sure he didn't sell his rights to that, but fuck it, no, you know, don't tell anybody. Maybe you never know with him.
He's a cool guy. Little doggy adventure. This is like a fully fleshed game.
It's only like 4 hours, so it's something I'll probably finish.
This is... Someone said Nintendog's The Afterlife. True.
Yeah. That's what happened to all your Nintendogs after you abandoned them. You got too old to play. So there you go. So I'm going to be playing that today on the stream. So we owe you guys, by the way, a Resident Evil 9 stream that you guys paid for, and we will be doing that this week. It's obviously this weekend.
Shit happened.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, very cute game. Very. Oh, Jaffy.
I like that Breeze Blood said gay. You know what really bothered me this weekend? The only thing that really bothered me is Dick Solid reached out on a private and said, "I'm sorry about your dog." And I'm like, "You son of a bitch. I hate you. I'm supposed to hate you. Why would you say something nice to me? Now I don't know how to feel about you." But yeah, that was sweet of him. I appreciate it, Stick Solid.
Lucky you. I got the actual asshole stick. I was giving an update. I was like, I've driven for 12 hours and I'm still in Texas. And he's like, "Hey, sorry to hear about the news about your family dog. And try your best not to wrap yourself around a pole, because like on the drive back." It's fuck, dude. It's what a heavy fucking month this month has been. Your
Burnout says, "I had a dream the other night. My bulldog Volta just showed up at my house alive again. I was like, he's back, hugging and kissing him. I cried hysterically that night." Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. And I'll tell you something. When we lost our last dog before Ace, Austin, you know, we had somebody come to the house and do the euthanasia there. And you know, it was very sweet and it was very loving and stuff. And we were going to do that with Ace, but he in the end came very suddenly. He couldn't walk anymore, and so we had to do it there. But a bunch of the kids' friends came by. I mean, we sat on the floor with this dog, and Sarah and Tony were FaceTiming. I mean, it was like a real send off, and obviously we gave him all the food he wanted, and we probably sat there for 6 hours before we did the deed. And you know, I can't think of if you have to say goodbye, I'm grateful for it. So, yeah. So we don't have to talk about this all day and shit, but, you know, if I tear up during the stream, that's because I'm thinking about the pup, but other things are going on. You're back from Fat Camp. Before we get too into that, I do want to say thank you so much, for the beautiful little cute gifts. What's funny is, so Sarah, we got these because you guys did like a meet and greet yesterday, right?
Or the meet and
Fat
greet
Camp
was a week before we left. It was like the weekend before, I think.
So last weekend.
Yeah, and there were some gifts that were given out. We got these to give to you. If you want to show them, they're little.
Yeah, and these came from
right back. Trash Girl Pearl.
Trash Girl Pearl, who showed up at Fat Camp as one of the pay pigs. But it's funny though. So the first one I got yesterday was it's so cute, little cute. Thanks so much, Trash Girl. Little Black Panther. I love it. And then and text like there's another one, but it's packed somewhere. I got to find it. So he comes out on the deck today with this one, and he gives it to me. He says, "Here you go." He says, "It's the Hulk." I'm like, "Thanks, Tech. I had no clue." He's like, "Well, it's green." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's the Hulk, man." Like how he felt like the need to identify who it was. But these are the delightful little fucking cute little Marvel characters. So thank you so much, Trash Girl. We appreciate that. I sent messages to Susanna G, and I had something for you guys, but I couldn't go to Fat Camp because I got to be a crown. Are you even close to Fat Camp? Anna G, I didn't know you were close to there. Keem isn't letting Brantley run shit for real, just the narratives, because, I'm not reading it. I don't know what's going on. I didn't follow a lot of it, what was going on at Fat Camp. It seemed like they had a good time. I will say this. So they get back and we're all sitting around yesterday and we're like, well, tell us about the trip and how was the trip and this, that, and the other. And
don't say the racist things Boogie said in private to me. We can't say
no,
that.
I won't.
He
It's
was
nuts,
racist.
Thank you, Green Queen, so very much, bud. Sorry for your loss. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that. But I was like, I don't even know how it came up, but it was like text. Like at one point, I was sitting at this table with all these people who hated Jaffy, and I'm like, all right. And I was just like, okay, well, tell me the people there that because I know what it was. I was like, okay, Sarah, so who did you meet that you really liked and stuff, you know? And she was going through a list of names, which I'll let her name. I'm not going to tell you, but it was nice to hear she met some people, a lot of people. Shit, everybody was really nice and sweet.
Stop sharing your screen, by the way.
Yeah. But then it came around. It's like, here's the people that hate you. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. You know, Tech was telling me about, at some point you were sitting at a table with like Xylee and
like that. I'll tell the story so people that don't want to be outed won't get outed. But there's like 7 hosts at this table, right? 7 people there. Xylee was there. I'll say that. Xylee did not bring up your name. But then someone goes, Tech, I hate your stepdad. And I was like, one, he's not my stepdad, all right? And he's barely my father-in-law. Well, he's just a fucking creep. What a fucking weirdo. And then just like almost in unison, yeah, man, fucking Jaffy's so fucking weird and gross and cringe. And you know, people you would expect like who like Jaffy were like hopping in. Yeah, fuck, I can't believe Jaffy says the shit he says. And then finally he's like, yeah, the old man's a creep. And that's like her only comment. And then the fucking conversation just rolls and rolls about Jaffy being bad. But the you know, the person who gave so much like credit to fucking you was Keem. Keem had only had positive things to say about Jaffy during the entire thing of Fat Camp. Oh, what a great father, dude. What a creative genius. You know, gonna go down in the history books for game creation. But no, most of the hosts were like, yeah, what a fucking weirdo. By the way, we are back at the house, so guess what? I got my fucking noodles. Oh, I've missed this, Jaffy. I've missed having my noodles at my desk in my safe space.
Yeah, your safe space. That's right. Yeah. But anyway, I was glad that you guys had a good time, and I asked Sarah. I said, "Well, would you ever want to go back?" She said, "Yeah, if they ever had me back, but 2 weeks." She said is too long. She said she'd want to go for like 5 days if they ever wanted her to come back, like because and I get that. I get that's a long fucking time to be holed up with a lot of people with a lot of drama. Your brain probably is like, I need a fucking break.
Yeah, it was too long. Next time we're bringing Jaffy and the dog. You'd go for a week. You'd go for a week with us, right? 1 week.
Well, now that I hear that, because the first Fat Camp was, I still don't like that it's called Fat Camp, but my understanding is all you guys did was sit around and drink and smoke.
No, there was no drugs on campus. Of course not. But we all hung around. We did our shows. We helped out each other with their everyone else's production for their shows. We did little fun events like getting into like kayaks and going in the lake. Not everyone drank. I did. I drank. Yeah, it'd be fun. And Tina,
assuming I haven't gotten fired again, sure, maybe.
Well, yeah, that's probably happening.
Natasha says, Jaffy, I think you just have a hard time explaining some of your controversial takes to dumb people. Other than this show, because we talk about this and we have evidence of it that we have the smartest audience. There are a lot of dumb people who watch a lot of the other shows. That's true, and host the other shows. You're right. Sarah really liked Tina, which made me happy. I was happy to hear that she thought Tina was cool.
Yeah, Tina was a real nice lady. Me and Tina got along swimmingly, actually. And when Tina heard the news about Ace, she reached out to me and said, hey, I know your missus is, always making dinner every night, something healthy. Fuck that. You tell her to relax, tell her to take her time. And she's, she's like, I'm going to go get her food. Tina had no reason to do that. Tina was not obligated. We barely knew each other for like a week and a half. But she went out of her way to drive into town like half an hour. She waited at like some Pizza Hut for like 30 minutes. Got us pizzas for just me and her family. Like me and Sarah and her family. Came back, was like, here you go. We appreciate you guys. Sarah's been amazing. Send her my condolences. If you didn't know, Tina's dog died of breast cancer some years back. So Tina also on the understanding of what cancer is for like an animal.
I didn't know dogs could have breast cancer. I know that sounds stupid, but just,
Yeah, well, she called it, yeah, she got fucking titty cancer. Titty cancer. We kept her in the yard. We kept her in the yard, and then the vet came by and got fucking titty cancer. I can't believe it. Yeah, so, it was, yeah.
Yeah. Levi Yeager wasted $5 of his money to try to do a burn, and it's the most childish, terrible burn, but I'll read it. Jaffy, I'm sorry about your dog. That's terrible. You should have gone to fat camp because you're the biggest loser. And then he says, Tech, nightmare destroyed you. Cry. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was fun. Fat camp was fun.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys went. And you got engaged. It's really weird because when I saw you guys when you pulled in, I said to Sarah, because I thought about this in advance because I'm like, what do I say first? Because the big story is you guys got engaged. So I'm like, well, I'm going to say congratulations first, and I did.
Yeah,
but and I said,
like, the dog.
But then I'm like, I'm like, so. Hear this, congratulations. I gave her a hug. I said, but now let's compartmentalize that for a moment. And because, it's very raw, especially for all of us, but for her especially, because this really was her, she had a great affinity and connection with this dog. And, I don't know. I mean, I don't care one way or another, as I've said about, marriage, so I'm glad you guys are happy. Although Paint says, Jaffy, thank you for the super chat. Did you see the clip of Tech yelling he got engaged for bus? Interested to hear your thoughts. God bless. I didn't see the clip. What are they talking about, Tech?
Amber's just like a big bitch. She got mad about the whole engagement thing on bus because she was like, my time was taken away from me. Did
she really say that?
Yeah, she got fucking upset about it. The spotlight wasn't on her.
Amber, come on, buddy. I'm a fan. I don't have a problem with you, Amber.
I could have done the engagement for Crypt in the morning, right? But instead I chose bus. It was like, it's gonna be a larger audience, it's gonna have more impact. It's gonna, by the way, the engagement thing, right? It went so far online that like coworkers of mine from like 2020 reached out to me. I was like, is that you with Amberlynn Reid? Like, when the fuck did that happen? Like, I was like, okay, you could have just said like, are you on YouTube? But no, it was like, oh, Amberlynn Reid's friend? Is that who you are? Were you the buddy that Amberlynn Reid has on her show? Anyways, yeah, she was mad about it. So I was like, oh, did the engagement. Then that weekend, she bitches about me being on the show and how she can do it without me. Then she tries to do her own show, fails. She sees that we're being successful without her. Then she gets me fired. So that's why I was like complaining. I was like, no way I fucking put my engagement on this channel. And this is, her trying to get me fired after. It's dumb. Speaking of engagement, Tech, do you see my DM? I will check that out right now. Can you get the other super chat, Jaffy?
Sour Stego, thank you for the super chat. Is that really what happened? I'll find the clip. Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch any of it. But I so I guess you're still on bus, and I guess that'll be happening tonight, and we'll see where it all ends up. But Jaffy, you should be ashamed of letting Tech use your daughter for PR. It's so disgusting. What I don't understand, Diogo,
Diogo.
Diogo, is you guys act, I don't know what kind of hillbilly 1850s Little House on the Prairie world you're living in. You act like a father controls their adult daughter. My kid's got eyes. She's got a brain. She's a real bright kid. She said yes. She's still saying yes. She could say no tomorrow. She could say yes the rest of her life. It's not my job to fucking tell her who she should marry. It's my job to support her and as an adult and be there for her. And if she makes things that she considers mistakes, to help her pick up the pieces and ultimately teach her how to pick up the pieces when I'm not here. So, you know, what do you want from me? You want your parents telling you who you should fucking marry? Give me a fucking break, you moron.
King Cat, $20. My deepest condolences to you guys, especially Sarah. Not a day goes by where I don't think about my past pets and get heartbroken all over again. I also hope Tech doesn't get fired. He's the bow tie that keeps Bus together. Keem is confirmed. I am on Bus all of April. I can only be fired if I fuck over the LCU, but I cannot be fired based on anything that Amberlynn Reid is like upset about. So we have all of next month to shit on Amberlynn Reid with no consequence. Also, Jaffy, in other news, did you see this floating around the internet?
Thank you, King Cat, by the way. It's very generous, bud. What? Let me see.
Is
somebody stabbing her through the heart?
No. They don't make blades long enough.
What is that glowing? Anyway, yeah.
It's a glow stick for, I think, glow in the dark bingo.
Okay, so what am I looking at?
Amberlynn got engaged.
She did not.
Look. Do you see look at the finger?
Yeah, it's got to be a joke, though.
Well, isn't it a little suspicious the timing is the weekend after I got engaged?
Well, that's why I'm saying it's got to be a joke. There's no way that's a real picture.
So the internet exploded about it, right? It was just the little like marker they used to mark the bingo card, and she had smacked it on her ring or like her ring finger. I was like, look, oh my gosh, I'm part of the engagement club.
I don't, hey, if she found some love, good for her. But it's been really interesting to watch because, like I said, I don't have, the only opinion I form on people is how they treat me. And so my opinion of Amberlynn is she's always been fine to me, but I have been very surprised by, even outside of the LCU, like one of the friends of Calvin who came by to see Ace was like hearing the story and they're like, oh my God, Amberlynn Reid, she's terrible. And we're like, you know who Amberlynn Reid is? And she's like, yeah. It's like, oh, okay. So, I apparently she's done a lot of bad shit, but I don't know. I'll have to wait till I experience it, but I probably will never experience it. So,
it's it's gonna be interesting what April brings for Bus, but that's for another show. Right now, Jaffy, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah,
are you happy we're back? Are you happy to have your daughter back at home?
It's not like we didn't do the show. You guys back? You mean the show? I thought you meant you and Sarah. Well, of course, yeah. It's I will say this. Your dog Courage being here was a treat when you guys weren't, because and Ace wasn't here because he, I've never had a dog that's done the kind of Instagram cuddle puddle dog thing, but that dog got into bed with me and put his head on my chest and slept with me, and just I woke up and he was staring at me and he slept right next to my side all night, and I was just like, wow, that's a dog's dog. That's pretty sweet that he would do that. So it's good to have him. But yeah, of course I'm glad you guys are back. Are you kidding me? I'm not entirely sure that I want to go down to the vet with you guys. I'm going to do it if Sarah wants me to. But so the way it worked, if you guys don't know, is we put the dog to sleep, and it's so practically horrific. They put him in a freezer. and he's in a fucking freezer now, and they'll keep him for a handful of days before the euthanasia people or the cremation people pick him up.
Yeah.
And they said, well, because Sarah couldn't come into town, they'll basically bring him out, give us 8 hours because we have to thaw out the body, and she can say goodbye to the body.
You should call now.
And
You should call as soon as you can, because
yeah, they're not well, they're open, but that group, it's the front, it's not the ER group. But I just don't know if I have it in me. I'll do it for my kid if she wants me there, but to see him again and to say I thought I had said my final goodbye, but I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, the point is that that might happen today, and then I just really have to get back to focusing on nothing but work. I did tell Keemstar, because he's like, oh, do you want to manage a show? And I said, well, you guys go to Fat Camp, I'll think about it. And so I have some ideas, and I have my own shit I got to kick off, and it's just, it's hard to get back in the head. It's hard to get back in the headspace of it, but as always, I have my ever faithful onion with me that comes in the mail.
Not the onion.
The onion will always see us through.
Find an article. But while you do,
my favorite article on the front page. Well, there's two on the front page of this one. Is Kash Patel's eyes fall out, which is great. The FBI guy, and then report music's power to unite and heal is down 74%. The Onion's the greatest goddamn piece of American writing in the last decade. So
Ren 703 with $10 says, Amberlynn has a history of copying whatever other females are going through, from copying mental illness and health diagnosis to positive interactions like engagements. She wants attention. Narc. Well, probably true.
Yeah, I don't mean managing a show. I mean creatively managing a show, by the way. I'm not going to manage a show. Are you shitting me? I can't manage. My lawyer, when I was doing TV shows before I got into video games, said that he says I couldn't direct traffic and I couldn't produce sperm. Those were this is the guy I was paying. He's my fucking entertainment lawyer. So yeah, you don't want me managing anybody when it comes to that shit. Welcome to Cash Cow, you old son of a bitch, you old Elon's love mammals. Wait, what?
Elena.
I don't know. Thank you so much, Alana. We appreciate that very, very much.
Yeah.
And hey, that means now you can hook up with us when we reschedule the Resident Evil 9 stream. And by the way, and this is not a sponsorship, but I got my dope ready for the RE9, because horror with dope is dope. Cake resin. Bunny Button introduced me to this particular brand of the ganja, and make your head pop off. It's good stuff. When I saw this kid in Spain, I think it was Spain, got kicked out of school. I never thought of this. This is pretty goddamn clever. It was law school, and he was cheating on the bar by writing with a little needle the answers on the pens he was using.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know kids did that. I was like, that's brilliant. But the teacher, caught on to him. So, that's how that works. Jaffy, be careful. Be careful with what? Annie Wood?
Oh, by the way, they're Portuguese, the new cash cow. And it's probably
okay.
And now Bemais, which I think is like, is that,
okay.
She's not coming back. She's not coming back. Is that right? Hold on, I'm gonna ask. You keep going.
Okay. I'm sorry for the loss of your doggy, says Cynthia. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's rough, man. You know how it is. Anybody who's a dog person or a cat person or a pet person knows it's rough. It is rough as a fucking motherfucker. That's great, Jaffy. Thank you for your ability to use words to express things. It's yeah. And look, it makes you think about just what is this experience? The older I get, the more interested I am in this whole fucking thing. Why we're here, but whatever. Fuck off. Whatever, me. I don't care. I'm going to go into a K-hole now. They gave my dog ketamine at the end. Do you know, by the way, so we go to this ER emergency room. They put the dog down. And I says to the doctor, well, how many of these, this must be really hard for you, you know? And he says, well, every dog is different and every family member, you know. But he had done, before he put Ace down, 5 in that day, right? I mean, it's like McDonald's of death in that place. Is just like, you know. But, you know, they were wonderful and sweet and compassionate and great. But it is kind of, and I said, well, how do you deal with that? And he said, you know, he says, I'm a huge dog person, and you have to compartmentalize it. You have to just sort of take that and understand, you know, you're doing this as a service, and it's a kindness that you're offering, but you have to kind of put it away in a little box in your brain while you're working. Otherwise you couldn't get through the fucking day. You know, Rach Alif says, I miss my dog so much. She was hit by a car and died in May. On my sister's 30th birthday, I got the call at work. Now that's interesting. You know, when I was a kid, is it Rachel? I can't. I got to start wearing glasses. For this chat, because the names are so small. Shut up, you old man. No, you shut up, you old man. You fuck you. Anyway, the point is, when I was a kid, all the dogs we had got hit by cars because we didn't have leash laws in Alabama. I don't know if they still do. And so you'd always get those knocks at the door. Oh, your dog down the street, blah, blah, blah. Oh, shit, you know. But the last 2 dogs are the first 2 that I've actually had to put down. And it's rough. It's rough. In some ways, having them get hit by a car is easier because you don't have that buildup. You know, it's a shock, but you know.
Cynthia Breyer for $2 says, I'm so sorry for the loss of your doggy. Thank you, Cynthia.
Yeah, I just did that one, but listen to this one. Looney says, my sister wife said, sorry for your loss. Kisses. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. Kathy says, I work in an ICU. I deal with this in humans. It's sad, but it becomes part of the job. Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah. Let me ask you this. Do you ever see any weird shit? That's what I'm always fascinated by, the people reaching up to the ceiling. Or if you're in ICU, though, you're probably, when you go, you're not present for the most part. I mean, maybe sometimes you are, but I'm always fascinated by end-of-life deathbed visitation stories and stuff. You know. Jaffy texted the clip of Tech saying he did it for buses in the main chat.
Okay.
So if you want to play that.
Iceman is Gay says, Tech, Abby said Grim is a creep. Did he make Sarah uncomfy on the ride to camp? Abby, if you think Grim's a creep, you are fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Abby, we got along really well at Fat Camp. Grim is the most moral person I've met.
Wasn't there some host, though, saying Grim was saying all weird sexual things to her?
I don't know. I mean, apparently that's what's happening. I didn't see anything from yesterday, and they're talking about saying that Grim was creepy. Grim will not, like... Okay, so I think I told you this, Jaffy. Grim was supposed to leave, like, I want to say Wednesday at 1 in the morning last week. Right? That's what his flight was. So he leaves Tuesday night or whatever. I think I'm getting the timeline correct. He leaves Tuesday night, and he's gone. No one hears from him. He's probably at home. Then, you know, Wednesday night at like 11 p.m., I get a call, and he's like, hey, they delayed my flight. I didn't want to call to bother anybody. I was going to just like do this on my own. I got a hotel last night. I've been Ubering back and forth, but Uber is not picking me up anymore. Like, he just doesn't want to bother anyone ever. When I told him, oh, you can go ahead and try out for bus. Like, I'm happy for you to take the chance to try it out. He's like, no, that'd be taking advantage of you because you've already shown interest in it and you're my friend, and I will not do that to you. For people to say that,
I think he just doesn't want to leave a footprint. So when he does the sleeper cell kind of thing,
they don't find him on the FBI's, you know, whatever. Yeah, maybe she meant Ultra, maybe, but even then, Ultra wasn't like a creepy guy. Yeah, someone said
I don't know.
that she meant to say ultra.
Well,
Look,
other people are saying no. It's also I don't fucking know. Whatever. My experience with people, especially as a guy who's gotten kind of lambasted on the internet for things that I'm like, that's not really how it went down. I choose to, especially with internet people, I judge them how I experience them, and if they do something that lines up. Like, I'm good friends with this guy, Colin Moriarty, right? And I'm a very progressive lefty, and he's not. And, and we still get along great. And people are like, how can you be friends with him? I'm like, because he's nice to me, and he's a good dude, and I don't always have to agree with everyone to be friends with them, So when it comes to Grimm, I've never seen Grimm do anything other than, as what's clearly a bit and jokes to go, and even then he's pretty milquetoast when it's not like he's up there talking about fucking corpses and shit like I do, right? So
tune in with me, Jaffy. Here's the clip.
Join us.
Lovely.
Does he if he for some reason actually does not come, does he still have to get the tattoo now that he's been invited?
Yes.
Abby, what the fuck are you making this decision for him?
No, he has to get the.
Abby's just like, fuck you, you got invited. We did our part, motherfucker.
During our E-date, I found out he loves to be pushed around. So he likes it when a woman talks for him.
We've been through, you're just gonna whatever.
That's crazy as fuck.
You literally you called me mommy.
Hey yo!
He did call her mommy.
He said yes, mommy.
Hey,
that's.
Like, I know she's
wait, hold up. Technically, you're a mother.
I am.
So it does apply.
Wait, Grimm, you know what I just realized? wait. We talked about Kalo and Abby doing an E-date on this show, and I'm thinking we've got a competition now. Why Al's trying to take Abby's heart, and now we got Kalo trying to do it as well.
Hold on. Kalo, you're trying to get sloppy seconds?
Yeah, he said he's down for the E-date. They're both down. That's what I heard.
Damn.
I like women with kids.
Is this it?
Whoa!
Hold on. What did Kayla say?
You're trying to get sloppy seconds?
Yeah, he said he's down for the E-Day. They're both down. That's what I heard.
Damn.
I like women with kids.
Whoa! Bro has a very
would you say?
I don't understand what's offensive about this.
There's 30 seconds left of the clip.
Or what are we talking about?
No.
Hold on. What did he say?
Whoa!
Grim says something here.
Bro has a very
would you say it's because it's an easier entrance, or what are we talking about?
Whoa.
I mean, good for Grimm. That's like the first sexual-ish private part thing I've ever heard the man say.
I don't think that's creepy. You've had a kid.
Keep going. Is that it?
There's 20 seconds.
What the fuck?
How you doing, Caleb?
I'm doing freaking good.
That's a joke. I don't know how many Kegels you do. All right, so Caleb.
You know what was kind of fucked up, but I messed up today a little bit because.
That's the clip. I don't know how many Kegels. All right, so Grim says 3 things.
Yeah, there's nothing bad about that.
He says, "Oh, you technically are a mommy because you have a kid." Then he says, "Oh, do you like women with kids because it's an easier entrance?" And then I don't know how many Kegels you do.
Yeah. So what?
Was that the creepiness?
Boogie walked up to you at Fat Camp and said,
wait.
"Yeah."
We don't. The racist things were behind scenes. All right.
Let me just say this though: it was relayed. We were all. I'm not going to say what it was, but we were all sitting around last night. My ex was over, and she's very, she's a very non-LCU person, and not that she doesn't like or she doesn't watch the LCU, but that's just not her. If she's going to watch YouTube, she's going to watch here's a historical lesson from, an author talking about whatever. She's very, that's who she is.
Cynthia, welcome to Band World. I will say,
welcome to Band World, buddy. I appreciate it.
The only other thing I could see from that clip is after he makes a comment, he does the hand on the shoulder thing, I'm just playing. That's a very cultural thing for Hispanics.
There's nothing. There was nothing about that. If that's the woman I heard talk about the creepy shit, then please, LCU. If a lot of these hosts that were like Jaffy's so creepy, if that's your bar for creepy, then fucking put me in the Spirit of Halloween store because I'm the creepiest motherfucker you've ever met. I mean, give me a fucking break. That wasn't creepy. That was just silly, light, joking. Are you shitting me? So no, I got
Lucky Tiger says the tea from yesterday was Ultra stalked Abby even after everyone said to stop and is banned from every live event and won't be a host. And Phantom is unhealthily obsessive. Bonus, Zally got a new dog. I'll talk about all these. I was in the room. I walked in. I think I finished some show, and I went to the main house. And there's a couple of hosts gathered around talking to Abby about like, oh yeah, you see the way he looks at you. I think maybe he likes you. Blah blah blah. And they're all going about like Ultra might have a thing for Abby, right?
Which one's Ultra in that clip?
Ultra was the guy,
the green hat guy in the little square.
No, I'll share my screen again. You can see.
You can just describe it. I mean,
he's the guy on the farthest left in the orange shirt.
Okay, got it. Right. So he's like a chubbier version of Grim.
Yeah, he is chubby Grim. Yeah.
Okay.
Now the rumor started because if you didn't know, Lisi bought a stripper pole, like locally from some weirdo in Texas, and then she broke it. She broke the stripper pole. Okay. So, Lisi asked if anyone can get the replacement parts to fix the stripper pole, and Ultra's like, I would, but I don't have a car. Like, I'll go and I'll buy it. Don't worry about it. I'll get it so we can have it for the show. And so Abby was like, oh, I will drive you to go get the parts since you don't have a car and you're paying for it, whatever. So they went off together to go get the stripper pole. I think that's the whole thing. And they were going together for a long time. Isn't it kind of weird he volunteered to go with her? They've been co-hosts on a show for like a month, right? Abby and Ultra were on a show on Jesters together. So it's like, they're co-hosts. Of course, they're going to like, oh yeah, we have a previous, I don't want to say relationship, but like a history. And so that's where all the drama started. And then when they said like, oh, you're like a little dog, he like just was like, all right, I'm chill. I just won't hang out with her for like the next couple of days. And he didn't. He was like very on his own, doing his own thing. No interaction with Abby. But people still want to push some narrative. I don't think Ultra's a creep. He's very stand-up guy when I was with him.
Well, again, if the audience over there is saying that Grim is a creep for that joke, y'all out of your goddamn minds. That was are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? That's nuts to me.
Kelly the Instigator says, for $10, Abby had Ultra removed from the house last night and tripled down on her Grim comments. I watched a lot of Fat Camp, and Grim was such a nice, solid guy. Abby had 2 E-dates while her boyfriend watched. Ridiculous. Okay, that is true. But
E-dates are just for the show, right? That's not like a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, I'm not going on E-dates,
Well, no, but, nobody wants to go on a date with you.
That's not true. So, the last Friday stream was LolCow Fire. Let me see if I can pull it up. I ended up not being able to sleep because we just got the news about Ace. It was after the final moments with Ace on FaceTime. Sarah was crying herself to sleep. I'm very upset about Ace personally. I spent a lot of time with that dog. I work from home, so he's just always here. After Crypt, he's my little buddy. He'd come over here to try and get some like spare food from me, and then he'd hang out while I was like watching YouTube videos or like looking up stuff for the shows. If I took a nap, he'd nap in the bed with me. I love that dog. So that night I couldn't go to bed. I was beside myself. So I ended up doing what most fucking men of my type do. Put my head in work. I was like, I need to get on a show. I need to do something that's gonna take my head off of the dog. So I went and helped LolCow Fire. And LolCow Fire that night was Abby and Ultra. Like if they were very like not for one another, like not friendly, it seems weird that like Abby was like, oh, let me do a stream with Ultra as my co-host. Right?
Watching something?
It's that last stream from Friday. If they were very like, oh, I'm creeped out by Ultra, I think it's kind of weird.
Well, let's assume it's bullshit then. Look, I don't know this. I don't think I've ever spoken to Abby. So I don't know her, but if her bar is Grimm's joke was offensive, then anything else she says, I mean, she has a right to be offended by where the fuck she wants to be offended by. That's fine. But, you know, she lives in the world with the rest of us. And I can tell you that there was nothing, I don't think the vast majority of humans on the planet would find what Grimm said offensive in general, let alone on a show like this. I mean, what the fuck was offensive about it? You know, so I mean, you know, this is the network where people were sending around pictures of Arby's talking about one of the female hosts' vagina.
We can't talk about that no more.
I'm not going to get into that second week, but the first week, which was A-okay, then I'm saying, is like, you really?
No. Even the Arby's thing is like apparently not good to talk about.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
Yeah, Grimm is the most stand-up guy. I don't know why anyone would talk negatively about Grimm. He literally was working like 14-hour days, if not longer. He would wake up.
No, Grimm's a good dude.
He was waking up at 4 a.m. to help produce shows, and he would take a 2-hour nap during Crypt, and that's it. He was offering like, "Oh, Tech, I'll help produce for Crypt." I was like, "No, dude, you're gonna need no fucking sleep." But like every other show had Grimm as the producer. By the way, have you seen the cinematic moment? I directed this, Jaffy. Look at this.
By the way, did we do Grimm for Hell? Thank you so much, Nick Jonas Diabetes, for the super chat. And we got a cash cow. Thank you so much, Mr. Cash Cow, coming in at Mikester, I believe. Thank you for that, buddy. No, I didn't see what you did. What'd you do?
Look at this last moment of this. It was the last stream on Friday for Fat Camp.
Okay.
We're closing it out with one of the AI songs.
Yep. Oh.
The lights dim. Yep. It's 30 seconds. Please give me this.
Is this saying Ola Boogie?
Yeah, like Hello Boogie, but in Spanish. The lights turn off locally.
Yeah.
I turn off all the lights, and then I move just a very dim light. You can kind of just see it says Fat Camp.
Yeah, I can see what I have eyes. I'm looking. Okay.
And that's it.
I like shiny.
Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that cool? Because the first shot of Fat Camp ever was the 3 chairs and the banner.
Oh, I see.
Right?
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
And yeah, and the last shot from the last Friday stream, last scheduled Friday stream, was the host had left. We finished the song. Lights cut. Dims out. I turned the smallest little light I had possible. Barely see Fat Camp. Zoom out.
It's actually even more impactful when you explain your intentions behind it.
Yeah. Do you know the YouTube channel Ending Explained or Endings Explained?
Yeah. And it's like, okay, out of every piece of entertainment that at least comes out of the Western world, the number of people who need the ending explained is like 2%.
It goes up every year. It goes up every year.
Well, maybe. But it's like the ending of, this episode of Friends Explained. It's like, I don't need it explained. It just fucking happened. The only thing that's worse is when you watch a clip in a YouTube comment and then one of the comments will be like telling you exactly what the clip was. And it's like, I know. I just watched the clip, you fucking moron. You're just doing closed cat. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're fucking doing.
And of mice. She's not coming back. It says, arrives at the LCU with the huge bitch, came to Crypt for Tech, fell in love with Jaffy. Sorry for your loss.
I love you too. Oh, baby, I love you too. Thank you so much. I will say this, and my head's not into deep topics today, but they're the number one, speaking of AI music, the number one song on iTunes for the first time is by an AI artist. Okay. And it's actually, his name, or its name, I should say, let me pull it up, is, hang on, I gotta fucking find it. I had it queued up and hang on.
You had it queued up.
Yeah. But and I will say it's really good. It's a really good song.
You're almost there. got this. I believe in you.
Yeah, me too. Eddie Dalton has hit number 1 on the iTunes chart, featuring a silky R&B voice, drawing comparisons to Otis Redding and B.B. King, and it's absolutely fucking true. And he has a song out right now. He's got 3 songs in the top 5, and one of them is I think it's called like. I was listening to it. I don't know if we're allowed to play it or not. I don't know if play the whole fucking song.
Yeah, probably not.
But it's really good. It's very chill and very relaxing. It's called Another Day Old, and the number 1 one is it might be. Hang on a minute. Let me just go to it. I'm sorry.
You're doing great. K-Nub says, I still don't understand the ending of Schindler's List. I think
it's called Running to You. It's called Running to You. And it's really good. And what's really weird about this is that it's one thing to, a lot of people don't like AI, this, that, and the other. It's one thing to go, like most AI you see on the internet is like fan fiction. Like I saw one last night of like Thanos fighting Hulk from Avengers Infinity War, but it was done much more dramatically and stuff. And, and so, you're like, okay, it's cool and I like it and some people hate it, but it's like it's a special effects reel. But this is you're starting to see some of the first AI come out that actually, at least for me, like this song, even though I know it's AI, not only is it a good song, but it stirs up emotions. It's not like it's a sad song, but it's very much like
what is it called?
It's called Running to You. And what's weird about it though, because one of the complaints a lot of people have about AI that the people who don't like it, and I don't have this complaint, but they're like, it's soulless and it can never do what a human does and all that. And when you're comparing that to fan fiction, Thanos versus Hulk, I understand what they're saying, even though I still think it's fun. But when you actually encounter a piece of AI that's like, no, this connects with you, it makes you go, okay, well, maybe we're not so fucking special.
Your daughter
maybe
wants
the
to
human
know.
expression is not so fucking special or maybe it is, and the computer's figured out how to generate it, and maybe that's okay. But it really makes you, it really makes you question a lot of things. It's a very existential experience. I recommend it highly.
Your daughter wants to know, do you have the context of whether it was generated by AI or it was just executed by AI? Because if someone...
I will let you know.
Yeah, if someone did all the lyrics and all that and then ran it through an AI tool to make like the background music or whatever, there's probably a separation in the creative input.
So actually it's a cover. I don't know. Oh, no. Hang on. Producer reveals... Okay, here we go. You probably won't. Okay, the song is AI. The song's producer has confirmed it does use AI. The track was released by UK producer Harrison Walker. Is this the same song?
It's by Eddie Dalton.
Yeah. But Eddie Dalton's an AI character, though. It just came out last night, though, that it was AI. Like there was a big... I have to do a little research on it. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But it's certainly... I don't think it's a real man's voice because it does sound like they took Otis Redding and...
From what I can see, it is produced physically... by a songwriter named Dallas Little, but it is generated through AI. So the execution was through AI, but it has essentially like a ghost writer. It has a ghost producer. Like people.
Well, is the writer AI?
No, the writer is a person. The writer is a real human who wrote the lyrics, right? But they.
You know that for a fact. That's what it's saying.
I'm reading through this article from Music Match that they spoke to the producer. It's associated with Krusty Records, and during a interview, they admitted, "Oh yeah, we have someone who writes the lyrics." and they run it through a tool. And when they find the one they like this is the backing that I like this part, I like this, then they tune it, and then boom, shoot it.
So it's kind of using, yeah. I'm just gonna play the first verse because I want you to hear this. I want to see if I'm alone in this. All right,
fuck it. Hit it. If we get a copyright strike, fuck it. At this point,
well, if we won't get a copyright strike, but we might get demonetized for advertising, and then we just go in and remove it. But look, you're producing this show. If you don't want to do it, we don't. I mean, you're always the one saying as long as we don't play that much and stop it. But I'll defer to you on it. I mean, you tell me. All right.
Also, Aya is back and says, "Forgot to say I love you too, TechProtect. What do you both think about Kanye West? He's back." So we'll answer that right after this.
All right. Here's just the beginning. You ready?
Yeah.
You sharing it? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There's a low light burning in the back of the room, like a record spinning another time through. Every chord I play bends a little toward you. They say it's out with the old and in with the new. There's a thin blue smoke hanging over the bar.
Pause.
It's a good song.
Who do you say it sounds like?
Otis Redding, and Benny King a little bit.
Yeah, I'd agree. How do you feel about that?
I mean, again, my soul when I listen to it is, and I like it. I don't know what to tell you. I like it. Sam Cooke. There you go. That's right. And certainly this AI doesn't exist without those people that this was trained on. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend, oh, it's crap. No, it's good. It's if this was on the radio, and it is on the radio. But I mean, if this was, I would go, this is really nice to hear music like this again. You can
stop sharing your screen. For Kanye, I'm just finding out there was a new Kanye album released on the 28th, so 2 days ago, called Bully. Apparently it features Travis Scott, CeeLo Green, Peso Pluma, Don Toliver, and Ty Dolla $ign. I will for sure have to listen to it. I've been a fan of Ye.
Is it one of his more experimental albums, or is it a throwback to Graduation and Late Registration? Because I haven't liked him when he's got. I mean, I'm a very white guy, right? So I can't help it be racist. It's true, but it's. I like his top 40 shit. I like it when he was doing stuff like Good Life and Power and all that. When he started getting into, what was it, like My Twisted Dark Fantasy or whatever it was called, that's when I kind of started losing interest. It doesn't. I mean, I'm sure he's a brilliant musician, but Through the Wire I loved and shit like that. So, so I don't really know much. I'm not like an aficionado, but I'm hopefully it's a throwback.
Do you have you seen the color theory of Kanye West's album covers? Are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
I mean, I understand because his album covers are, well, when he got out of the commercial realm, there were a lot of singular colors to his albums. I don't think you can apply that to like when he was using whatever the bear was called.
I don't know the name of the bear, but yeah, you're talking about the Graduation bear or whatever.
Yeah. So
I watched this YouTube video talking about the color theory behind it and how, it was very colorful, very expressive. This is before his mother passed away, right? Back when he was still like this super energetic, creative guy. And then there was the fall into the depression of losing his kids to the whole Kim Kardashian scandals, them separating, and they've just kind of become dark, right? Donda was just black. Donda 2, the burning birdhouse, right? I miss Happy Kanye.
Me too.
Happy Kanye was a great Kanye. Kanye who thought the world could never do him wrong because he's gone through so much. He's like, now watch me make art, bitch. That was a good Kanye.
I saw Kanye West in concert. It was an amazing concert. It was right after his mom died, so he was doing excuse me, what is the song about his mom? Mama, right? Dear Mama or whatever it's called. And it wasn't the famous one where he breaks down, but it was clear he was struggling to get through it. And Rihanna opened and NERD opened for him, and who's the other guy? Somebody else who was really good. I don't remember, but it was Hey Mama is what it was called. Yeah. It was a great, I mean, he was 2 hours late because he was obsessed with the stage not being right. And he came out. It was the weirdest fucking concert I'd ever seen because you're waiting after all the other bands had gone. And he just comes out, the lights are up, all the opening acts are done, and he's just yelling at the crew, not in makeup or not in costume, just wearing jeans and a black t-shirt. And he's just like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And it's like, you are the star that we're all here to see. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. I want the stage right before I go on. It was pretty interesting. And then I saw, who's the rapper? Is it?
Jaffy, click the stream real quick.
Yeah.
This is
I've seen a bunch of these.
Well,
these
no,
are great.
This is the thumbnail for LolCow Pit tonight.
Nice. Yeah.
There we go.
It was NERD, and it might have been like. It doesn't matter, but the point is, and then we got VIP. We got to go backstage and stuff. And who's it's not Wiz Khalifa, right? It's the guy who has like the dreads and the big fucking grill, tons of Lil Wayne. He was back there, so that was pretty cool. So, what the fuck was that show? I want to see what that show was called. Well, don't wait for me. Talk.
Well, I still have to listen to a lot of the new Kanye stuff. I don't think I've listened to any Kanye album.
Fiasco.
Lupe Fiasco.
It was the Glow in the Dark tour. Okay, I'm done.
Since Donda. I think I stopped listening to Kanye since Donda. I have to listen to all of those new songs that came out. Life of Pablo was a really good album for me. I enjoyed it a lot. I like the very church, very religious, imagery associated to it. That's your daughter moving some stuff around, by the way.
So what the fuck was that? Okay.
Yeah, I think she's getting stuff out of the van, so she's taking the cart. What an interesting time, because he had that whole I don't want to say white supremacist era, but
anti-Jews and all that, and pro-Trump, and which he has a right to his stupid opinion. But now he's come back, and you never know with people. He's just like, oh, it was my mental illness. I was manic, and I'm sorry. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. You're never going to know. Who gives a shit? I mean, I can't, if you have to stop listening or enjoying creations, if everybody, you're basically demanding everybody on a team shares every view you share. I have to imagine my favorite movie of all time, Raiders Lost Ark, there was somebody on that, film crew that probably didn't tell anyone that was, racist and anti-Semitic and Islamophobic and maybe even a fucking pedophile, What am I going to do? Not watch a movie because one person happens to be an awful person? I'm thinking like the Michael Jackson movie. I think Michael Jackson, it's more and more looking like he was not guilty of a lot of the stuff he was accused of, but we'll never know.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to fucking see the Michael Jackson movie in April. I'm a huge fucking Michael Jackson fan, man. I love that guy.
Speaking of huge fans, right? The LCU has some huge fans. Some people that, they love anything that person does, right? They're going to follow them to the ends of the earth. Over the weekend, right? We saw some, hold on, I got Courage in the He's digging in the trash can right now. I think he was used to me not being here for him to get away with all the
I just took the trash can and put it on the kitchen table. So he couldn't reach it.
Yeah, he's looking for it. Look at him. Phantom Fupa. Are you familiar with what happened with all that drama? Or
well, I'm familiar that they went out there to hook up, and let's just say that my I guess I don't have good gaydar because I'm just like, I don't think Phantom likes ladies. I think he's performing. But it turns out from what I've heard, no, he likes the ladies just fine. Not that one's better than the other, but he likes the ladies just fine. So I'm glad they enjoyed each other's company. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Another €5 says, just bought concert tickets for the Portugal concert. I'm excited.
For Kanye?
For Kanye.
Nice.
Thank you, Techie and Jaffy, for accommodating my likes. This show is the best. Love you.
We love you right back. We want to go to the sock cop with you. Thank you so much, buddy. Oh, I drank one of your cases of Diet Pepsi when you were gone.
I know. My fridge is empty. You left
I didn't use your I didn't use your fridge. You just had a dry case that was cold. I just put it in the fridge in my fridge. If you do you think you left with a bunch of Diet Pepsis in your fridge? Because there was nothing in there. Trust me, I looked.
Well, what I do want to say, Phantom had a huge fan base, right? He got a lot of love during the Christmas season. After LolCow Live redirected to Alpha, during LolCow Live, people sent him a lot of love. There was a lot of people that was like, "It's my first time seeing Phantom. He's such a wholesome guy." And after the Fat Camp events, there were some people that were like, "I'm ride or die Phantom, but I'm not going to be able to support him after seeing him stoop this
What
low."
did he do? What is so bad that he did?
Well, it's the idea of him being able to get taken advantage of, right? People were not happy about that.
Oh, by FUPA?
By FUPA. And I think one of the biggest problems, which I don't know if you know this, Phantom's recovering alcoholic. I think you're always, if you were an alcoholic at one point, you're always a recovering alcoholic if you stop drinking.
Absolutely.
He's been sober 5 years. He celebrated his 5 years of sobriety during Fat Camp, right? Like the first week was like the 5-year mark. And while I was driving out here, I was getting spam messages from some of the docket team members or some of my moderators that Phantom posted a picture of a rum and Coke, right? And he's like, "This is gonna be the drink that I'm having. This is the one. I've decided that it's gonna be a rum and Coke." So he was gonna break sobriety because of the whole FUPA not wanting to be with him.
Wait, so I thought they got along really swimmingly.
Well, they did until she was like, "Oh, you're being very pushy. You're coming on very strong. It's really quick." Oh yeah, Crown and Coke, not rum and Coke, or not Jack and Coke. Anyways, it was Crown Royal and some Coke. So yeah, the end of Fat Camp was a lot of them complaining about one another, where FUPA was like, "You're too strong. You're pushing on me. You're doing all this," and him being like, "You set me up to expect that you wanted all this because we've had conversations about me leaving Texas to go move closer to you," and then from there you're like,
Jesus, before they even met.
No. At Fat Camp, she talked to him about like, there's no way I can move to Texas. You'd have to move with me. And Phantom legitimately considered, "Oh, well, I can leave my son's the house here in Texas, and I'll move my life and go live closer to you." And then she's complaining about how he's being too fast. Right? It was a whole bunch of drama. So Phantom posts this photo in the Discord of him breaking sobriety. It's just a picture of a glass with some Crown Royale and some Coca-Cola in it. People were losing their shit. Like, "I can't believe you're fucking gonna break sobriety. I looked up to you, blah, blah, blah." And then I think it gets worse because he's like, "It was just a joke. I can't believe you guys fell for it. I wasn't gonna break sobriety." You know, like if you like a entertainer, and a big part of it's like, look how stand up this guy is. Look how wholesome he is. Look, he's beating alcoholism and whatever. And then he fucks around with like, "I'm gonna drink tonight, haha." A lot of people lost respect for him for it.
I've lost respect for people who lose respect, I guess. I'm just like, you know what? I get it. I mean, it's fun to judge other people because you don't have to judge yourself. But he made a joke, and if the man can't joke about his own fucking struggles with, by all accounts, is one of the worst addictions you can have, then what are we doing? He wasn't going up to an alcoholic with, excuse me, a bottle of rum and shoving it in their face. He was going, hey, I'm an alcoholic. I struggle with this. I'll struggle with this the rest of my life, and I'm going to fucking joke about it. Go fuck yourself. If suddenly you lose respect for him because of that, I can't help you. But I do think someone should try, because it's like, relax. It's his own alcoholism. It's I don't know how that I don't have that bag of hammers to carry around.
Yesterday they did a lie detector. I think during the lie detector they asked if he would still take Fupa back, and he was like yes, and it was like yeah, he would. He also got mad. He left the room, and Mike, kid behind the camera, fake proposed. Oh, that's your daughter trying to get in.
Knocking. I'll go get her.
Okay. For the audience, I'm gonna yell it so Jaffy can hear me while he's walking around. Kid behind the camera, fake proposed to Fupa during the lie detector test. Phantom comes back, learns about it, and then he smacks Mike in the face. Right? Or he punches him. He punched kid behind the camera because he fake proposed to Fupa. And then kid behind the camera smacked Phantom upside the head. It's a pattern. No, shut up, Jaffy. That whole event, the lie detector thing, I have to go back and... Kid behind the camera was like, I'm sorry, I thought you were a woman. Jaffy's yelling from the kitchen. Kid behind the camera then later yelled, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were a woman. Do any of you been on fat camp, says Natty Light. What? Oh, your name is Natty Light, so you're probably drunk. I'm joking. Yeah, I was at fat camp. What the fuck, I missed that part? Yeah, it was somewhere like 6 p.m. maybe? I don't know. Do you have a clip of that? Fuck, I can probably find it. It was on LolCow Live because they stopped doing the gesture stream. Hold on, let me see if I can find. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a little minute, hot minute. Am I able to find it? It's towards the end, I think. I'm looking for people fighting. Oh, I did find it. Look at TechProtect. I was able to find it. Good me. All right, Jaffy, let's tune in.
All right.
Stream quality is ass, but here we go.
Dude, hit me! Do I hit him back? Yeah, huh?
All right, here it goes.
I'm proposing to Fupa. You lost your
Wait. You fucked up. You lost kid behind the camera.
Now
you could have been a legend.
I lost it. What do you mean I lost
he just proposed to Fupa.
I just proposed to
You proposed to Fupa? Fuck you, you motherfucker!
Oh, shit! This dude hit me! Do I hit him back? Am I allowed to?
For context, I think Mike was drinking this night. So, all right, something. Let's see.
Open hand.
I'm allowed to?
Open hand.
I feel bad if I hit him.
Do it, Mike.
Why the fuck did you propose?
Well, can I hit him?
Yes.
Open hand.
All right, dude. All right.
Phantom, that was better than yours. Hit him again.
No.
So, yeah. Fucking massive yelling. All this crazy shit. Yeah, people are just very upset. They're disappointed in Phantom for going down this path. Willing to turn violent for his woman. What do you think about that, Jaffy?
I think anybody disappointed in any LCU host is kind of the equivalent of being disappointed in a WWE wrestler. Right? You're disappointed in him? He hosts a show on the LCU. Raise your bar for people that you hold in high standards. That's my opinion.
Anna G says, Tech, who is the meanest person to you at Fat Camp? Xylee. She's the same person off camera, on camera, and like she just is too blunt for me. I prefer a little bit of
foreplay, a little lube.
Yeah, spit on me first before you fuck me. Yeet $1 says, Phantom also admitted to creeping on her outside her cabin while she was sleeping. It was very hard to watch. He needs extensive. Oh, you know what was the biggest issue with Fat Camp? Is there's just no way to catch all the fucking...
It was a time machine back to middle school?
Yeah, I mean that. But also, like...
Watching it felt like watching a band bus trip in middle and high school when we would like go to Disneyland to play in the parade.
Yeah.
And all the people in the back of the bus were like, Barry just fingered Nikki. and then Nikki would walk into the hotel room and they played Darling Nikki by Prince. And she's like, oh my God. And then all of her friends ran into the bathroom to comfort her. And all the guys were like, yeah, Barry got some. I mean, it was just, that's what Fat Camp felt like watching from on this side.
You know, there a lot of the energy was similar to that, right? Like the celebratory day after Fupa and Phantom like spent a night together and like Phantom had sex, yeah, he fucked. Like it was like, okay.
Green Goblin says, shout out to Barry. You goddamn right, Barry was getting some. You goddamn right he was.
Iceman is gay says, Fupa told us about your PP in full detail last night. She's never seen my PP. What else? Jaffy, yes, Bandcamp too. I need to see the clips about him creeping out the cabin. Okay. I'm gonna leak some information. And I might get in trouble for this, Jaffy, but fuck it, for the show. The night they had their big fight, their big like almost breakup fight, where Fupa was like, I'm gonna leave Fat Camp early. I can't stay in this house with you anymore, Phantom. Like, you're too clingy. I need to get out of here. She packs all of her things out of their joint bedroom, and she moves to another room in the house. Right? They had been sleeping in the same room for over a week. Phantom had gifted her a handcrafted arrowhead that he made himself. Like, he sources raw obsidian from like mines around the US, and then he does flip mapping where he uses a stone tool to make stone tools, right? So he made her a obsidian arrowhead, and she left just that on the shared bed they had, right? It's kind of like leaving your fucking like engagement ring when you're breaking up, right? You're just like, here you go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
it's creepy. I like Phantom, but dude, settle.
Hold on. She leaves that on the bed while she takes everything else and moves it to another room.
Okay.
He comes back the next morning because he didn't even sleep in that room. He comes back the next morning and he's like, oh no, she went and moved her stuff out of the room. And he's like, what's this? Is this the arrowhead I gifted her? She must have.
This has to be a script.
No, this is not on camera. This is, no one knows this. I know this. I think I'm the only person that knows this. And Fupa, I guess. He sees it and he goes, she must have forgot. He takes the arrowhead.
Oh no.
And then goes. I think she's already like somewhere else in the campus, right? The resort.
Yeah.
He goes in and is like, I'll leave this in her bag in case she forgot. And puts it in her suitcase.
Okay.
Jaffy.
It's like the end of Drag Me to Hell, or when Greg Brady brought back the idol from Hawaii. It's like she was just trying to get rid of the goddamn thing.
She cleaned out her
I get
room.
it. That's
crazy. That's crazy. Like Feet's telling me this. He's having this conversation with me, sitting down in the living room of the house we slept in. No one else is there. It's just me and him. I'm like, Phantom, she left. She decidingly left the gift you gave her on the pillow of the bed you guys were sleeping in.
was being sweet, like, oh, she forgot this.
He thought, oh no, she forgot the gift I gave her. I have to return
Somebody
this.
in the chat said that it was, he put an air tag on it. It was venomous as he left it in the bag with an air tag. Look, I mean, I don't know. Somebody was also saying in the chat that Phantom kind of gives us off fresh divorce guy vibe. I don't know if he's freshly divorced, but I understand as a guy, you know, when I had gotten divorced and I was dating for the first time again in a long time, and it was like, you know, you take any sign of affection because you're used to, you know, being in the big leagues, the big show, which is marriage. And you're like, oh, this is that. And it's like, no. This is just somebody may be interested in you. That's all it is right now. And that's all it may ever be. And, you know, he has to recalibrate. But if he's been in the game for a while since a divorce, then I think he's
been divorced like 6 or 7 years.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
6, 7. All right. Yeah. I feel for the guy, but I feel for the guy just like I feel for the homeschool kid that you meet in like.
Look, everybody, you know, I'm not going to sit here and shame the guy. I mean, you know, he thought it was more than it was or wanted it to be more than it was, and it wasn't. And, you know, lesson learned. And, you know, Jesus, I mean, I haven't done that before, but I've certainly misread signals from a woman before and thought it was more.
Natasha says Kimmy would have been great for this conversation. Kimmy, where are you? Fat Camp's over.
My understanding is Kimmy had some, you know, pretty traumatic shit go down, not to her personally, but to her friends group and stuff. And the last couple of weeks she was dealing with that. So hopefully she'll be back this week. But we don't know. I haven't heard from her. Yeah. Yeet says he gives off stalker vibes. I don't know.
I don't want to go that far. He needs
to be shamed. He's
like a lonely dog. All right. Yeah, he wants a home, right? He's willing to give up all he can, like a dog would. He'll give up everything just to have that home. And right now, that home is like.
Well, you should come stay with us. He's seen what we do with dogs.
True.
You know, we're going down there today. Listen to this though. Let's change gears to something positive, but will probably be horrible. So Wednesday at night, Artemis 2 launches. Artemis 2 is a NASA rocket that is taking 4 astronauts, not to the moon, but they're not going to land on the moon, but it's kind of the first big step to getting people back to the moon, which is ultimately getting people to Mars. That's the plan anyway. And they're going to go to the moon. They're going to orbit it. They're going to go around the backside of the moon. They'll be farthest than any human's ever been from planet Earth before. They'll see parts of the moon that have never been seen before. So maybe we will see the aliens on the other side of the moon. And then they'll come back 10 days later. They'll be back 10 days later. So, but I sit here and I go, and that's wonderful, and I'm excited to watch it and blah, blah, blah. But I also know that there's a lot. I mean, you know what the worst case scenario would be. And it's not that there's a faulty O-ring. It's that there's a fucking Iranian with a missile launcher waiting in a field somewhere. I don't know if they're launching from Florida or Houston. And because that would be psychologically traumatic. And I have to assume they're preparing for this stuff.
If that were to happen, I hope you know, so many, that would just reinvigorate the war support, right? I don't know if you know this. At the beginning of the war, it was like overwhelmingly supported from Republicans for us to be in Iran. Yeah, fuck them. Trump said fuck them, so let's fuck them. And now that's died down. I think it's like 30% or 40% support from the Republican Party.
It's the reason we're at the war. So yeah, maybe it'll be a false flag. I don't fucking know. But imagine, you know, us trying to get back into space and stuff, and there's some, you know, maybe Grimm's in Texas, or I don't know where Grimm flew back to, but maybe he never actually left Texas, and he's in a field just waiting for the word.
He's ready.
And he's got the rocket launcher ready to go. I don't know.
Yeah,
but, you know.
Grimm has openly said he's from Florida. They're launching from Florida.
Okay. Can you imagine?
Anyways.
I have to assume they've prepared for this, but
yeah.
you know, I don't know how I haven't seen Project Hail Mary yet. Lucky Tiger, I hear it's great, but I just haven't had the chance to.
We have to watch a documentary together, Jaffy. Let me see if I can.
Okay.
Let me confirm.
I watched the Chevy Chase. Em and I watched the Chevy Chase documentary this weekend. I was surprised because I thought he was just going to get ripped apart as an asshole. And they do deal with that, but it wasn't as damning as I thought. It was a pretty good documentary. If you like Chevy Chase.
The Last Republican.
It's called The Last Republican.
That's the movie you have to watch.
Okay.
It's a documentary from 2024. It's an hour and a half long. And it's do you know who Adam Kissinger is?
No.
Congressman, right? Back in the day. He talks about how the Republican Party failed America after the first Trump presidency.
Sure. Yeah.
He goes over the fact that so many of the Republican Party thought there's no way Trump's ever running again. He lost his second election. He's just a piece of shit. We hate him. No one give him any time of day. And then little by little, some Republicans were like, I'm going to go to Mar-a-Lago. I'm going to go hang out with the guy. I'm going to pull from his, previous fan base of the MAGA supporters to bolster my numbers. And that little inch by inch of like other Republicans joining in on the I'm going to take the fan base as well, just reinvigorated. I said reinvigorated twice already. It re-stimulated his like drive to run for presidency a third time, right? To go into the next election, and that like he's not really worth anything anymore is also what motivated the lack of effort for the investigations into his impeachment. For January 6th, right? Everyone was like, well, he's already nothing. It's whatever. Fuck it. Like, why would we put, shame on the idea of a president of the United States? We love America. He's already out. And he's going to be gone for good. And so I think we should definitely watch this. I think it came out, 2024.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I mean, look, I think he's a scumbag piece of shit. And, in this life or the next, I hope he gets what's coming to him in terms of sort of damnation or whatever you believe happens after this life, because I think he's a really bad dude.
Yeah, Sarah is absolutely upset with Donald Trump right now because of the TSA. When we found out that Ace was, at the vets and this was going to be his day, we looked into getting a last minute plane ticket and how long it would be, and the wait lines. So at the moment, the wait lines in Houston, which is like the nearest airport we can go to from Fat Camp, 9 hours. So even if we got the earliest plane ticket to get out there, that dog would have had to have been in pain for a minimum of like 12 hours, 15 hours, right? Before Sarah could even get there. And that's if we got the most expensive plane ticket possible for right now, right? It wouldn't happen. Because this whole fucking TSA now has ICE involved with the investigations at the fucking...
Yeah, Dan, it says that's the Democrats' fault, you morons. No, see, this is the problem with people in politics, is that it's all of their faults, and the only real right answer. I mean, it's Trump's fault fundamentally, because the reason the Democrats are saying we're holding up funding and we're trying to make it painful is because they want more restrictions on ICE. The people that are shooting American citizens in the head.
Okay,
that is the reason.
Let me explain the funding. The funding for TSA. The Democrats are like, hey, they're out of funding. Let's put this bill forward that like helps them get money so they can keep on doing their job.
It restricts the DHS.
No. It's a separate bill altogether. The first bill proposed by the Democrats was the first bill was, TSA is running out of money. They need money. They proposed the emergency funding, bill for the TSA. The Republicans
said, running out of funding because all of it was under the Department of Homeland Security.
But that's separate from everything. The Republicans said...
It's not separate. But go ahead.
Yes, it is. The Democrats didn't propose the bill saying, fuck you guys for using the money for Border Patrol. They just said, hey, give the TSA money. The Republicans were like, if you want to give the TSA money, you also have to give more money to ICE and more money to DHS and more money here. Fuck you guys. We're not approving it. They're like, dude, there's no one helping the airports right now. We need to get the fucking airports funded. They're like, well, we're not going to budge until you give us more money for ICE. And then the Democrats are like, why the fuck would we give you more money for ICE? You're spending more money on ICE than you have for like NASA in the last 20 years. Or like or for the fucking education reformation. Like, they were like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, where's all this money going? If you have the head of ICE getting fired because she sent, how much was it, Jaffy? Like 47 million or 147 million or some ridiculous number to a company that was formed like a week before. Like just embezzling money out of ICE. It's just so stupid.
No, I mean, but the point is when you say, oh, you have to blame the Democrats, it's like, yeah, you do, but that's only in blaming them because you either give Trump carte blanche what he wants for everything, or you have to blame the Democrats is the point.
But also, and so the funding aside,
the idea though, and this is a real problem. This is a real problem with America right now because your news is only going to tell you you're already, it's obvious, but your team's side of the sport, your team's side of the argument. And it's more complicated than that. Even the bills that just got AOC was talking about it. She's like, the Republicans are now trying to say, look at these Democrats that didn't get behind this bill that would force any kind of sexual assault allegations to come out against members of Congress. How dare they vote against this? And she's like, the only reason I voted against it, meaning AOC, and she obviously is in favor of protecting women and sexual assault victims, is she's like, because in that bill were things that would have publicized the names of these very vulnerable people. And they wanted that shorn up. And the Republicans were like, no, because they were doing it because they wanted Democrats to not vote for it. So then they could use that as an election attack. And it's like, these people are the scum of the earth, and the system that exists that we've allowed to exist promotes people like that. And we got to stop thinking
by the way,
this is a Democrat Republican problem.
The issue with the long lines at TSA isn't the funding, because TSA agents are a what is it, essential worker or whatever. So even if they're not getting paid, they have to show up, unfortunately, or else they're. Well, the classification of the art is like they're told they have to be. You
get fired. You can't be. You're not an indentured servant.
Well, I'm saying they can get fired, but they lose out their retirement. They lose out all that shit. Anyways, the reason why the long lines are there is because ICE is now like doing a lot of the fucking like investigations at the airports, right? Which have prolonged wait times. Also, I don't know if you knew this. There's been a big issue.
Hang on. Don't just say. My understanding is, though, don't get me wrong. I'm sure ICE being there isn't helping, but ICE is there because there were a lot of TSA agents that were saying, "I don't care. I'm not showing up, and you can fire me if you want." They were sent there not just randomly, but because Trump and his idiocy thought they would help or wanted them to cause more chaos. I don't know.
Well, what I was going to say and bring up is there's been a lot of stories coming out recently that TSA agents are flagging potential undocumented immigrants that are just in the U.S. And sending them directly over to ICE agents that are in the airports now. So if you are undocumented and you fly, which used to be like a thing that you can do, you're now just going to be... It's like you're at the border everywhere. Everywhere is the border now. Everywhere is... Border Patrol.
Yeah, wait till the elections happen. I mean, it's a disaster. The guy's a fucking disaster.
Same shirt says USA Today just dropped that TSA should be paid today. Let's find out.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that Trump was going to sign an executive order, which, he could have done 3 weeks ago to get them paid. But, why do that when they can, be political about it? These people are pieces of shit.
Oh yeah, executive order going through.
And the other thing is, when you think about...
It says here, even if the payment goes through, that Border Patrol and ICE will still be at every airport until further notice.
Yeah. you know, I know the other thing that pissed Sarah off, and you know, you've got people, you know, whether or not it's your dog dying of cancer or it's a young kid dying of this, that, or the other, and then you've got this old fucking man in office, you know, who's just a vile piece of shit. You know, whatever you think about politics, you know, I'm not anti-Republican. I don't agree with a lot of their policies, but they have a right, and you know, they have ideas that are good sometimes, and just like the Democrats have good and bad ideas. But Trump's a vile piece of shit, and his family are vile pieces of shit. And you know, the fact that he is still living and breathing as, and I don't mean somebody should do any harm to the guy, but I mean in terms of a man that old and that unhealthy, how he escapes serious, you know, physical health issues, I don't know. Maybe he's just so goddamn angry or evil that the deal with the devil, I don't fucking know. But it's kind of nuts, man. And do I wake up going, maybe today's the day that his heart will have given out on its own, natural causes? Yeah, I'd love to see that. I would love to see that happen. Because I can't stand him, and I think he does a lot more damage to the world than he helps. So, but I'm not suggesting anybody harm the guy. Be clear. What are you doing, Tech? You still with me, buddy? Still hanging in there?
I just got bad news. I'll talk about it later.
All right. Good Lord, it's going around. I saw this meme of this girl crying, and I think she was crying, and it was like 2020, and then the next frame of the panel was she's like bawling because 2026 shows up to tell her what happens in 2026. It's like this has been the worst fucking decade, man. I think back and I go, and I know I'm an old guy, so of course I'm going to romanticize the past, but 80s, 90s, and the first decade of the 2000s, and then after that, it's just all gone to shit. It's absolutely all gone to shit. Moon Bunny, thank you for the super chat. I hope your pup visits you in a visit Dream Tech and Jaffy so you can feel their fur again. Thanks, buddy. I did. Oh, no. Is this what we think, Tech?
What?
Your papa?
No, that's fine. We're fine.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, what? Do you want to go away? I can run the show.
No, it's not related to my dad. It's, I have a friend going through like a personal thing. But I'm not going to be in Vegas to go support him. So I just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you know, it's been, and we brought it on ourselves, you know, we brought it on ourselves with social media. We brought it on ourselves with the iPhone, you know, smartphones and shit. It's really, you know, but again, I'm an old guy, so I don't get to really have a valid opinion. It's got to be people in their 20s agreeing or disagreeing, because, you know, everybody thinks their young adulthood was probably the best generation. But I will tell you that I look at it as a 54-year-old's perspective, and I say, holy shit, man, this is what a rotten time, you know, for people. It's just people are divided and mad, and it kind of pisses me off how easily we fell for it all. Even though we were warned by some people, but it's hard to say no to the really cool shit.
Jaffy.
Yeah.
LolCow Gay will not be going live this morning.
Why not?
I guess Phantom is sick, and Albert doesn't run OBS. So we have a couple options.
What do we got?
You want to do 2 more hours?
Yeah, but I need a break.
Yeah, I don't want to do 2 more hours. With all the stuff that's happened here at the house, and I have had all that driving.
Okay, so what's the other option?
Option 2 is we redirect to the B circuit, which let me confirm who that is. 'Cause maybe we don't like them. We'll see. If we don't like them, maybe we don't redirect. LolCow Hero.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's a Thick Gemini.
I like Thick Gemini.
You like Thick Gemini?
Well, I don't know. I don't. Again, all I know is my interactions with them, and I only know Thick Gemini through Becky Boop's channels before they came over here. But they always seem like a nice dude.
I'll start a poll. If you. I might be willing to stream. Well, because there's people hate Thick Gemini. Like if you look at the chat, they're saying hero shit. No, absolutely not. Boo, no. You better not.
I have nothing prepared for 2 hours. I guess we could smoke pot and do Resident Evil, but there is stuff we got to get done around here, and I would prefer not to. But if my bigger concern is it may just not be a very good show because we've talked through kind of what we plan on talking through, but. We got to put something on the air, so I'm sure we can make something work. It may just be me surfing the net, talking to the audience, but I would prefer to. I don't want to. No, I'm exhausted. And we got to figure. There's a lot of stuff. You tell me. What do you want to do?
I have to call my friend.
All right, go call your friend then, and we'll wrap it up and let Thick Gemini take it.
I'll do it after. We have 4 minutes. Yeah, we'll redirect to Thick Gemini. Chat, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to send you to LolCow Hero. Venomous Writer says Hero's the best show in the LCU. I thought I liked you, Venomous. I thought I liked you. Let me set up the redirect. Unfortunate, but that's what the LCU is the redirect. LolCow Hero.
This may be the chance for somebody to really get some time. Maybe there's somebody in the chat that wants to come on and take over. I don't fucking know. That's not very professional. You should just sort of rise up and do it. But some days you just got to fucking you got to lay down on the mat and stay down. Get up in the next Rocky, whatever, Jaffy. Shut up. No, you shut up. Yeah, you can redirect, says Moon Bunny, but you can't make me watch. No, I know. We know.
It's true. Well, you guys get a 2-hour break then. If you're not gonna watch Hero, you gotta refresh and relax. Pull in the chat.
I don't know anything about Thick Gemini other than those couple of interactions. So again, you guys have to understand, I don't watch these shows. So for all I know, Thick Gemini is puts on a white hood and goes KKK marching every weekend. I don't fucking know. But that's not what I figure from what I've known of him.
Yeah. Thick Gemini's okay. They're all right. This will be the most views Hero has gotten. LOL. That's that's true.
That's good.
God, it's good to be back home, but fuck, is there a lot of stuff to do?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, that's true. And I don't even understand. So Fat Camp is officially over, but there are still people there.
Yes, I think.
So Keemstar, because you were telling me Keemstar already left, right?
Yeah, Keem's packing the fuck up and going.
Because so who's the official person in charge of giving the keys and shutting down the B&B? Someone's got to be.
There's no keys. There's no keys.
Well, isn't there someone who's got to kind of wrap everything up and turn off the lights and clean up and lock the gate?
I think Keem was just like, all right, you fucks that are staying on until Tuesday, y'all better clean this fucking place up. I think he's gone. He's just gonna let everyone else clean. Okay. By the way, Keemstar, chat, don't let Keem forget this. If you're chatting in LolCow Live later, Keem stole my fucking battery backup for my computer. All right, $280 that fucking thing cost me, and I was supposed to pick it up before I left. And I talked to him the day before. I was like, hey, I need that battery thing. He's like, okay, don't worry about it.
When you have money and you deal with people who don't have the same amount of money, it's not theft. They're just like, I'm just taking things. You take things too, and go get another one.
So he was like, oh, go ahead and take it before you go. And I was like, I will. And the next morning, he's using it for that LolCow live stream where they're like in the lake doing the competitions. I was like, I need that back. He's like, well, too bad. So you let him know. Yo, Tech.
Hey,
don't
Beast
do that.
Man,
Don't do
thank you,
that.
buddy. Good to see you guys. Sorry to hear about your loss. I'm glad you guys made it home. Thank you for
Beast
all
Man.
the kind words and thank you for the super chats, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Don't harass Keemstar about the $280 battery backup he owes me for my computer. All right, it is a dick move, but
I don't think he meant to do it as a dick move. I think he was just running a production.
He was like, "Oh, well, it's still here," and I thought you already left. And I was like, "Well, I'm here now, and I'm leaving now. I need it." And he's like, "Well, we're using
he's
it."
not only using it. I mean, what are you gonna do?
But it's mine, Jeff. It's mine.
Well, you could have taken it. You could have taken it. You could have taken it.
Yeah, but it would have shut down the LolCow live stream.
Well, that was, I guess, Keemstar's point was like, if you want to do that, I guess you can. It's your thing, but you know.
Anyways, I'm out a fucking a $280 APC battery backup for my PC. Tech, will there be a LolCow bus stream this evening? Are you gonna be there? If so, I am. There is a LolCow bus stream. It should be me and Fupa.
Because what's her name? Amberlynn's off until the 1st. Is that right? With her girlfriend or something?
I don't know what the pronouns are for the partner. I just been using the term partner, and every time I ask, they're like, "Don't worry about it."
Okay, but the point is, they're with their partner until the 1st.
Yeah, Amber's words were, "I'll be sucking and fucking my way through the weekend." So up until the 1st. So sucking and fucking. Mama B says, the amount of money you have made in the LCU, are you going to complain about a battery? Yes. I don't make that much money in the LCU.
Yeah, you guys don't understand the way it works. It's not like Tech gets the lion's share of that money. YouTube gets 30, and then the head office gets a large percentage.
Yeah.
And then he has to split it unevenly with other people who work on the show. So it's not like everybody's walking home with like thousands of dollars per episode.
Yeah, I love you guys for the support. It makes a difference for sure. But like $10, the YouTube takes 30%, so that becomes $7. And $7 gets split up a certain amount of ways, and then it gets split up again.
$10 is a lot of fucking money. So
a lot of money. We're very happy.
$2 is a lot of money in this economy. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
And just watching and hanging out. So we appreciate it.
Mom is the bomb says, guess I'm gonna send it to you, Tech. Yeah, I think that UPS like delivery would cost someone $40 or like $60 because it's a heavy ass fucking thing.
HT says Jaffy has doctor money. I'm always fascinated by. I never talk about my money. A lot of other people talk about what they think I have or don't have, and where I live and don't live, and I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't get into that shit ever. So I don't. Let's just say I'm always amused by some of the amazing stories that I hear, both negative and positive. I'm like, that's pretty interesting. But
someone has asked me like, so Jaffy has like $400 million, right? I was like, what? What? And they're like, well, the game's made like billions of dollars, so he gets half of that.
The games have made billions of dollars, and YouTube gets 30% of the games. They take everything.
They thought legitimately you got half the money.
Hey man,
and
there is an industry. The movie business is a lot better for that, and the TV business is a lot better for that. Who? I'm not going to name names, but you were telling me about. I know who you were telling me about. Just the fact, if
you say it, they're going to know that I said it. So you got to.
I'm not going to. Let's just say that there are every other major entertainment industry is set up in such a way that there are ways to make a lot of money off things that do well. But games just again, don't get me wrong, games have been very profitable. But it's not, if God of War had been a movie and I had directed it, then maybe $400 million over time would have made sense. But no, I don't have $400 million. I can at least clear that rumor up.
Do you have more than $4?
I have more than 4. I have less than 400 million.
There you go. Now you have a range, chat, okay? You have a range of numbers to work with. More than 4, less than 400 million. Are we redirecting now? Wait, redirect to Glass. Is Glass live? Don't tell me fucking Glass is live.
Oh yeah, Natasha. That absolutely. Are you kidding? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, come on now. Yeah, I agree.
No, they're not live. All right, Jaffy, I'm ready when you're ready. We can keep talking if you want, but it's up to you.
Well, I thought we were sending it off to Gemini.
But yeah, we can if you want to. It's the moment you
I don't want to, but I think we have. Look, on most days I would say fuck it, let's troop through and let's keep going. But my concern is, you guys are just getting back. You're still tired. We have a lot of, we still have to go down and see the dog. There's a lot to do that if we burn ourselves out, it's going to hurt us the rest of the week.
All right, we're ending it. Thank you so much. LolCow Crib, good to see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good everything, and good night. As per usual.
We'll see you next time.
We will see you next time. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. One moment, Sarah. Sarah, wait. Sarah's leaving. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Oh. Are we still on?